in the ATL. That's my homeboy. Watch your back if you're gonna walk alone, boy. Cause everybody in the homeboys trying to get rich. You can get hit even if you know 'em, boy. We the kings of the South. Pies in the oven, grills in the mouths. Count stacks.
What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Tommy here. I wanted to make an upload while I finally got off work early enough where it was too dark. And I could show you guys another vehicle that I got, my other truck. I made an upload, sort of like a little intro upload kind of this truck right here, the 91. It wasn't too in-depth, it was just a little video to show you guys what's going on. That way I can I'll make some more videos the more I start working on it. But I wanted to show you my other truck because it's outside the garage right now. And I figured I might as well just go ahead and make an upload of it so you guys can see what's going on. She's not done yet, but we got some kind of daylight out and it's been nasty and rainy here and it sucks. So I haven't been able to work on it. But I figured I'd show it to you guys so you can see it before I do some more stuff to it. The engine is 350. Original numbers matching motor, numbers matching training, numbers matching rear end. The motor, I got this truck and it's hit since 97. And beat on it kind of hard. I don't think she kind of liked doing snow donuts at wide open throttle for like 2 hours straight. And antifreeze is getting into the oil. I thought it might have been the intake gaskets. I was hoping it was. Then I thought it was a head gasket. So one weekend I pulled it all apart and I was just gonna check it out. It wasn't the intake gaskets. Ended up not being the head gaskets, we don't think. So we're pretty sure there was cracked heads. So now pulled the motor out, took the motor to the machine shop. It's all fresh bottom end, fresh, brand new pistons, all fresh gaskets and everything, fresh rebuild, brand new heads on it. Little intake on it and stuff like that, but I gotta get, so far I don't know if I'm going to show it in this video or not, but I did doing a custom exhaust to side exits right in front of the back tires. Had to build my own custom cross member for it. To do that, because I got long tubes on this thing, and when the long tubes came down, they're actually long tubes from my other car, the 69 Camaro I got, that is way more money and more parts. But I had headers for that thing, Hooker Super Comps, and I didn't want to spend a lot of money on this truck because it was my daily driver till it broke down. So I just wanted to use kind of what was laying around the garage and stuff, and I thought that they would work. And after about 2 hours of test fitting and test fitting, finally got them all in, and the header right behind the flange hit the shift linkage for the column shifter. So I just said, I've got another floor shifter, I'm just gonna put a floor shifter in it. And then after I crawled underneath the truck and looked, the headers came directly out like 1 inch away from the cross member. So looked up aftermarket cross members, it was like 181 bucks for a cross member with exhaust humps in it for a true dual exhaust. And I wasn't gonna pay that, so I decided to make my own out of some metal and stuff, some square stock I had in the shop. So I ended up doing that, and I might try to show you guys that. And I got the driver's side exhaust, now I still got to do the passenger side because it was a very long process. Trying to do it in between days where it's not rainy here, and it's springtime right now, so it could look like it's sunshine and literally have a freaking tsunami the next 5 minutes. So yeah, it's hard to beat the rain. But did some other stuff too. The dash is all painted up. I got new gauges that I still got to wire up, and I'm gonna swap some bucket seats into it. The bucket seats I think came out of a 01 Silverado, I think, maybe, I don't know. I got them on Facebook for pretty cheap. It was like 100 bucks, and I got a console, so I'm gonna make a video about that, mounting them in here and all that stuff, and mounting the floor shift. I've got the driver's side seat mocked up and the center console mocked up and the shifter mocked up right now, so I might show you guys that. I'm gonna try to take the hood off this thing and show you guys the engine, a little bit of the interior, and maybe some of the exhaust on the cross member I made. So check it out. All right, here she is, a 1971 C10. This is an actual numbers matching truck. It's numbers matching 4-wheel main block, transmission, and 12-bolt rear end. It's actually Cheyenne's super truck, so it's got some pretty cool stuff on it. Did have all of the trim along the sides, I've taken the stuff on the fenders and the doors off, but it's in the back of the bed. I don't know if I'm going to put it all back on or not, because I'm actually missing the long piece that goes on the top part of the bed and the door piece that goes on the passenger side. So I don't know yet, because this truck's going to get a paint job here pretty soon. Just a cheap little flat black paint job, just something for now, because this is my daily driver and I'm not trying to sink a whole lot of money into it. But I got this thing from a junkyard. The dude that owned it or wherever, the junkyard, he had about 4 or 5 of these trucks that he's redid, and he restored all of them, and they're really nice builds. But this was the last one. This was his last truck that he hadn't touched yet. And he had it sunk down in the mud, literally all the way up pretty much to where the rockers were originally. So I couldn't see a whole lot, but he only wanted $2 grand for it, and he said that I could drive it home today. He said it's been sitting since 1997, but he said he bet he'd go put a battery in it and I can drive it home. So I was like, all right. And the next day I came back, it was sitting out on the street in front of the junkyard, and we test drove it. And it wasn't too bad for a truck that's been sitting since 97. But so far, I got a whole extra front clip with the truck, so I'm not too worried about these fenders. This door is pretty ate up, and the rockers and cab corners are completely gone. This side I got the new rocker and the cab corner on there. I still got to do the final body work and grind my welds down there for the cab corner, but it's not too bad. The bed sides aren't too bad on it. The top of the bed side right there's got a little bit of scale, but it's not anything that's rusted through. Right here around the wheel well, I can go ahead and get a cheap patch for that. I think they're like 20 bucks, I think. But we gotta check this thing out. Needs a tailgate. I've been trying to find a tailgate, not a brand new tailgate, but trying to find some kind of deals. I think a new one's like 300 something bucks. So it might break down to do it, but then again, it's still my daily driver. But here's a bunch more of the original parts that I got for it. And I think there's actually, I got front fenders and a whole radiator support underneath that hood. Inner fender wells, extra grill piece, the original tires. But it's not too bad, I mean, for the price. And I mean, I was daily driving it for a long time just before I decided to do stupid stuff in it and pretty much blow the motor up. But this side, so far, I've got the rockers cut off. I cut the rocker off on this side, and I started test fitting the new one. I didn't finish it yet because I actually found a deal on a brand new door. So I got the new door, and I started mocking that up and stuff, but it started raining, of course, and it kept raining, so I've not been able to finish that. Here's the interior so far. So far, I pretty much patched the floor somewhat, which you can kind of see. The driver's side is pretty much completely all done besides the outside finish work on it. The passenger side still has some issues that I still got to finish out. But here's that center console and the seat. I got the passenger seat in the shop right now, but all this stuff is just mocked up in here, and I got a spacer, an old spark plug box underneath the shifter, trying to test fit where I wanted everything and see how I liked it, and if I'll be able to make it work. I'm not going to put the stock gas tank back in here behind the seat. I'm just tired of having that thing in here. I need a new gas tank anyway, so I'm just about to get under bed kit for it and put the gas tank underneath the bed. So far, that's what I got. The new gauges in the cluster. I still got to wire them up, but I was able to go ahead and clean the dash up and paint the dash up. I don't know how good you're gonna be able to see it. It's anodized red. It's almost kind of like a candy apple red, but the dash is gonna be candy apple red or red anodized. Rest of the interior is gonna be black. Gonna get some carpet and some door panels for it. And I've got the headliner to go back up here, but the roof's not too bad. It's actually pretty good. But yeah, I'm gonna see if I can't get this hood off so you guys can go ahead and see the engine. I got pretty much everything underneath the hood for the new motor, pretty much all buttoned up. I was waiting. I was going to put the stock gas tank back in it when I was going to the bench seat, but bench seat is no longer. It is very uncomfortable, and it's a pain in the butt to sit in all the time, daily driving this thing back and forth to work. So I'm gonna see if I can get this hood off real fast for you guys. Here's the motor. Just a little stock 350. Nothing too crazy. I got a little cam in this thing. I think it's only like 468 lift. But then again, pretty good for just a daily driver. A little Holly carb on it with a manual choke, because this thing, trying to start it up when it was about -20 here this past winter, was not fun to try to get to work at about 6 o'clock in the morning. Changed up the points distributor for an old HEI I had laying in the shop. Don't know how good you're gonna be able to see the long tubes on this thing, but if I can show you, still gotta hook up the choke cable. I mean, pretty much other than that, everything else is pretty much ready to go. At least underneath the hood. New fuel pump, water pump, power steering pump, new pistons in this thing, new plugs, new wires, pretty much whole 9 yards, at least motor wise. The transmission wasn't too bad, so I pretty much just put a gasket kit in the transmission, new trans pan. I think this thing's got, I want to say, 2000 stall converter. It's a B&M converter. I forget actually. I have to go in there and look at the box, but it was just a good little street converter. It wasn't nothing too crazy. I just wanted it to be something better than what it was, because I wish I would have been able to take a video of this thing when I first got it. It made a bunch of noises, and it felt like the cab was getting ready to fall off this thing any second. So I'm gonna see if I can go ahead and get a video exhaust for you guys, and the cross member that I made. I got the driver's side done. Got it coming from the headers to some header reducers to some pipes. I had to fit the muffler up here. I got a mount for it. I think a 45 down there. And down there to a tip coming out, but I don't know how good you're gonna be able to see the cross member or not. There's a cross member that I got going here. Filled it out up there for new transmission mount. The transmission mount was non-existent before, and clearly I still have yet to do the passenger side exhaust. So I got to do all that. And actually, I'm probably going to be putting some drop springs in this thing. So get ready. I'm going to probably start taking an upload or get a video of that soon. Hopefully it's not too far down the road. And probably some cab bushings, some body bushings, because they're looking a little rough. So I'd say that that's definitely in the future for this thing. So there she is, guys. A 1971 C10. The guys have nicknamed it Big Bird. Hopefully that will change once she gets a paint job, which hopefully is pretty soon. I think it will be once I can get it back on the road. I'm really close. So now it's just a lot of the little loose ends and stuff I got to finish. But you know what? Hopefully the next uploads are going to be of these two cars right here, because that one back there is a secret. It's not really a secret. There's actually another car that I got that's a secret. That's top secret. That's not even here. It's actually locked up in storage right now, so that's really top secret. You guys might be able to see that maybe eventually, but that one back there, I can't wait to take a video of that. So stay tuned. Come check us out. Hit the subscribe button, please. Hit the like button. Just get ready for some more project videos. We're going to be trying to work on stuff here pretty soon. I think next week we're going to try to start firing it out maybe for the first time, as long as I can get a gas tank for the thing. So that should be fun, because this bed's probably not going to cooperate with me trying to put a gas tank underneath it. So just stay tuned. Keep a lookout for the uploads. I'm out, guys.